I'm sure now you all must have watched all the 11 videos so far I posted on this topic, involuntary Kundalini. Out of all those videos, I'm sure that you must have understood the Spanda Kriyas, which are initial level of involuntary Kriyas that happen because of just invoking your Kundalini. Just invoking, not awakening. Awakening is different, invoking is different. Invoking means vibration. That is what is Spanda. And then after invoking, nature connects you to a path that is meant for this. If you are a Jnana Yogi and you want something, you want to advance, then nature will connect you to a path which is meant for Jnana Yoga. So in the same way, people they send me some emails and they call me, they say that they are awakened queens and kings. No, if they are awakened queens and kings, why should they come to me and ask me the questions? They don't know basically. Knowing is different. Googling is different. If you are awakened, something else will happen. So it's not awakening. It's all confusion, that's it. And the individual ego that keeps on saying that I am great. Okay, if you want to live with it, live with it. So the point is, these are Spanda Kriyas by which you will not be able to evolve. And this divine Kriya is needed. This is divine Kriya. It is called Manthan Kriya or churning is called divine Kriya. Divine means this is the technology of the divine cosmic team. I'll come to this point later. But the people who are just invoked their Kundalini, who belong to, so they are going through all these Kriyas. So you know what will happen? They will not advance by these Kriyas. They just have some happiness out of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And after getting out of those Kriyas, they will slip down to their normal lives. And then all their ingredients will jump around and then they will basically accumulate more and more karma and more problems will awaken. Because by this what will happen is all the karma plus traits will awaken. They start surfacing the life. So because of this, problems such as not feeling like working. I have seen many CEOs actually, after getting these Kriyas, they express that they don't feel like going to offices and they don't feel like going to office and work and all. And some of them even would have issues with their wives and children, husbands and all, and the parents and all. And some of them even have financial problems, business problems. They are not able to gel with the people actually. They don't like the people basically. Actually, as a normal humans, they were much better earlier. But after invoking of this Kundalini, they would even stop going to meet social people. They are not initiative. If they belong to any businesses and all, they are not initiative in their works. They are always reactive only. They are neither proactive nor they are initiative. They are always reactive. Means whatever comes they do and then they don't feel like doing also. They are basically disheartened by all the things in the life. And on top of all this, the Google information is spoiling these people more and more. Today Google has got more advertised information rather than the actual information. The true information is not there on the net now. Only biased information, advertised information is being there on internet. So if people who research on internet and then if they want to know the information, they will always get only biased information. They will not get the true information. That's the status of the internet today. I am sure in the future, in few years only, people are going to leave the internet and they will not do the research on internet. Credible people will never approach internet for their research. They would rather go to libraries and do the usual research. So that's the state of internet. So with such kind of information, these people are more and more falling down in their lives. This is their status. And some of them would even become negative. They started hating people. They think about people so much. They are so worried about the problems of the world and things like that. They have their own problems in their lives, and then these people would even think about problems of the world, and then they are worried about the world and all these things. Some even behave like snakes and all. I have seen some people actually eating bad things like snakes and all. So these are all the levels of these people. And it's like because their lid is open, they will become like open source code of a software. And with this software source code, any other energies can deal with, any bad energies. So some of them he even actually stripped down some negative energies, started interacting with them, and they would totally become negative. So these are the problems of getting stuck at your Mooladhara, which is invoked and then it's not advancing. So a lot of sexual desires, lot of existing problems such as career problems, financial problems, not able to do the work, and all these things will happen here. So in order to advance this Manthan Kriya, why I say is it's a divine Kriya. It happens out of all divine energies of the cosmos. You know what is Kundalini? Kundalini is awakened not by you or some guru just because he wants you to awaken, and you just invoke your involuntary kriyas and you start dancing. That will not help you at all. What is Kundalini? If you have to know Kundalini, little extent you can check Lalita Sahasranama. In that Kundalini means it is Deva Karya Samudhyata. Deva Karya Samudhyata. Deva Karya means it is for the work of the divine. The Kundalini is awakened. It is awakened to do some divine work for the welfare of the cosmos. For that purpose, Kundalini is awakened. Kundalini is not awakened just because you are a software engineer or you are some CEO and you awaken your Kundalini and start dancing and start producing money and all for your own self, for your personal sake. No, that's not the case. Kundalini is not awakened for your personal benefits. Kundalini is awakened for cosmic purpose. So what happens is, what is cosmic purpose? No, I don't mean that you leave your houses and go sit under the trees and think about all the people, leave your families. I am not saying that. Cosmic purpose means, there is one thing called Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha means Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma means it's a law of nature. Artha means purpose of life. Kama means you become passionate. Passionate of what? I am sure that most of you people, you may be a software engineer, but you are so passionate about drawing or dancing or probably being an author or probably being a sportsman. You wanted to become a sportsman or you wanted to become an author, but you could not become, and for the living sake, you became a software engineer. So that is basically, you are working as a software engineer, you are successful financially, but still the soul thirst is not met. The soul thirst has to be met. That is what is called Artha. Artha means purpose of life. For what purpose your soul came to the earth? That point has to be met. Then what happens is Kama awakens. Kama means passion. Passion for this will awaken. And then moksha, what? When the thirst of the soul is experienced, when the thirst of the soul is experienced, obviously the soul will move forward. Forward of what? Forward of getting out of the womb of nature, which is the Maya or the bind. You are bound to this womb of nature now. So when the soul thirst is experienced, you will move towards getting out of the womb of nature. That is what you call liberation. So what happens here? Kundalini, when it is awakened, you will be meeting the This is the path of actually married people. This is not meant for people who are not married or sannyasis. So people, you all go to offices, you have wife, you have children, and maybe if you are not married, you will be married in future and things like that. So even for you don't have to be a man who sits under the tree or a saint. You can be a married man or a woman, but yet your kundalini can be awakened. Okay, and that is what happens in Manthan Kriya, in the churning. The most advanced Kriya of the divine energies, what happens here is, you will be first meeting the Dharma. And your Kundalini will be awakened for what? For the Devakarya Samudyata. Devakarya Samudyata means for the purpose of doing the divine work. What is the divine work? For example, E is equal to mc square of Einstein is also a kind of divine work. Means he has met the purpose. The soul has met the purpose of his life. When a soul meets the purpose of life, it does some work. That work will be a phenomenal work that will add value to the world. That is what I mean. So E is equal to mc square brought a lot of recognition for Einstein, and he also got a lot of money and all those things. So money, materialistic benefits and all those are byproducts. The first product is meeting the purpose of life. If you meet the purpose of life, you will be blown out in a very big way. Your skills will be unearthed in a very big way. And if and in the process of Manthan or churning, cosmic churning ocean, the churning of the ocean, which is the consciousness, if you fall in this path, what will happen is the Kundalini will start traveling upward. For what? For the Devakarya Samudyata. What is Devakarya Samudyata? For the purpose of for the divine purpose of the cosmos. It goes upward. So what will happen? Then Dharma will start with you first. That is, you meet the laws of nature perfectly. You start living in harmony with the laws of nature. And then Artha will come. Artha means the purpose of life. After practicing the path of Aumism, your purpose of life will be met. Then what happens? You will start becoming more and more passionate about the Artha. Then the Kundalini will unearth all the great skills. Not human. They are divine skills basically. All those divine skills, the cosmic management system. All the divine skills will come here. Because you are not working for yourself. You are working for the purpose of your life, which will help the cosmos in a very big way, which will help the world in a very big way. So all the forces in the world, in the cosmos will come, and then they give you lot of energies, lot of skills, lot of knowledge will awaken, and then you will blow out in a very big way. You don't have to be each specific a great yogi or a guru or something. You can be a great scientist like Einstein. You can be a great cricketer, or you can be a great tennis player. We do not know what will happen. So the purpose of life will be met. Maybe if you are a middle-aged man, maybe you will become an author. You will write a book in such a way that it will blow the minds of so many people in the world. Such things will happen. That is Artha. And then Kama. Because you will become so passionate, because of the passion and all, money, name or fame, comforts in life, material comforts, all these will come because of this passion, Artha and Dharma. And the whole cosmic energies will totally 360 degrees and perfectly they will cooperate with you in traveling upward for the purpose of the cosmos. It is a non-selfish. For the thirst of the soul, the Dharma, Artha, Kama will happen. And moksha is anywhere. Because you follow Dharma and Artha, and Kama and moksha are byproducts. They will anyway come. That is what happens here. Okay. Kundalini is not just simply on the internet and all. They will say you do like this meditation, you concentrate here, you say lam, vam, you do this, and your Kundalini will. What will you do after awakening the Kundalini? If it is not traveled properly, you tend to become a madman. You can even become a disturbed man who will disturb the world. These are all very, very bad things that are going to harm the world in a very bad way. So there is no point in awakening the Kundalini. For awakening the Kundalini, when you awaken the Kundalini, what will happen? All the cosmic energies, millions and millions of energies, the cosmic management system will keep on watching you for what he is trying to awaken the Kundalini. What does he want? What is the purpose of his life? Should we help him or not? Or should we totally stamp him not to awaken his Kundalini? What kind of intentions he is carrying in his mind? All those things. Every sleeping dog will awaken in the cosmos, and then they will keep on watching you to awaken your Kundalini. And if you go through a specific channel, that is a channel like this, then because of the path and the guru and all, they will all, somebody is there watching him, taking care of him. So there must be some purpose for this. So they will think like that and they will start cooperating. That is what happens here in the Manthan Yoga. And this is meant for married people. This is not meant for unmarried people. And this is meant for people who go to offices, who are busy, who want to have a spiritual life. At the same time, they need to have the material life. For such people, this path is meant for such people. So the bottom line is, just because you have initial Spanda Kriyas, you will not. Some people are claiming themselves they are like awakened queens and gods and all. Self-proclaiming basically. If you become God, you basically, what? You will go silent. You will not talk anything. You don't have to talk about yourself. That will be known automatically. So, in the same way, so what happens is, in Spanda Kriya, when you have these Spanda Kriyas, you will basically more likely to disturb your lives. So, the path meant for this, the only path, I am not talking about classic Kundalini Yoga, Jnana Yoga and all these. This Manthan Yoga, the yoga of the divine forces, will help you go upward to meet the purpose of your life and awaken the path of Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And that is how you will have the upward journey. And if the upward journey takes place, obviously if you are a normal office goer, in about 3 to 5 lives, you will be definitely getting out of the womb of nature. And if you are a serious spiritual seeker in this life itself, or if you have Rajasic Guna, in the next life itself, you can get out of the womb of nature by getting the liberation. But while living itself, you can have the Jivan Mukta experience. Jivan Mukta means while living itself, you can experience the cosmic consciousness. So that's what happens here in Manthan Yoga. And I have observed some helpless people, failures basically. They are failures. They failed in lives, and because of these involuntary kriyas and all, initial Spanda kriyas, and then they, with the excuse of helping the world, they want to help the world. So they want to start some spiritual practices and all. See, first, you don't have to help the world actually. If you help yourself, if you help yourself, then that itself is a great thing for the cosmos. See, if you help yourself, what I mean by that is you try to become a sun. So when you become the sun, automatically you will start shining. You don't have to call everyone and say, hey, I am going to give you the light. So these people are like that. They want to go and help the people, say, oh, I'm going to give you the light. Instead, you try to become the sun. You always work on your own self, your own within. If you work within, if you become perfect, then you can become the sun. And when you become the sun, you can shine. Irrespective of bad people, good people and all, the shining goes on. So that's how we need to become. So these failed people, with the pretext or with the excuse of spirituality, they want to say that they want to awaken their kundalini and help the people and bless the people. No, actually that is their ego which is saying that they want to become gurus and all and they want to bless the people. But okay, that's okay. So try to, when you put them on the path and a discipline, and they will not be able to work with it. They don't want to go through the discipline and become the sun. But without all these things, without working within themselves, they want to, for a few years they will work and they fail here, and then they will claim themselves that they became sun and all, and then they will start tom-tomming about them, which is actually a failure, the negative aspect totally. It is not going to give light to the world, rather it is going to give darkness to the world. And those people who follow those people, all of them will get into only darkness. And by doing these things, obviously they would get against the nature, and they're going to accumulate a lot of karma. And when they leave their body, the soul, the soul weeps a lot. You don't know what kind of weep the soul goes through when the soul leaves the body. That weep can never be satisfied by millions and millions of dollars of money or whatever you do. The soul can only be satisfied only when it becomes the sun. And in a wrong way, if they try to become like this, it will never be satisfied. Now I'll come to the point of why the Manthan Kriya or churning of Aomism, because it has the all millions and millions of divine cosmic energies here, and it is a divine work. It's happening at the will of the divine, not my personal project. It is not my personal agenda. This project, I am not shooting these videos to satisfy some people and all. I have some job which I am doing. If you want to watch, you can watch. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch. But I am doing my job. Whether I have food or even if I don't have the food, I will keep doing this. Okay, for the future generations or for the people who actually belong to this path, they will use this path and then they will advance for their welfare. So this Manthan Kriya is actually because of the divine will and because of the divine cosmic forces which are there working in this. That entire technology happens in you. The Guru, you don't have to fall on my feet and then praise and then dance around me. I don't like all those things. You don't have to call me XYZ also. And by following this path, what happens is the Guru will enter into you. When the Guru is there, he will start speaking to you. He will start giving you the knowledge from within yourself. And he works with he is the hero and he is the superhero, supreme consciousness, who has all this cosmic management team with him. So he starts working with this cosmic team and he will start advancing your Kundalini. And how it will advance, how this Kriya is so fast, I'll tell you. One divine day is equal to 1,000 human days. One divine day. One day of a Devata is equal to 1,000 human days. If you drill down, you will come to this calculation, this analogy, that 30 minutes of this divine Kriya, when this Kriya happens with you, 30 minutes of Manthan Kriya happening in you, will evolve you 7 days ahead. You are a human and the divine kriya is happening with you, and if 30 minutes of divine divine manthan kriya happens with you, you will go ahead, you will transform ahead 7 days. You will transform 7 days ahead. What are 7 days? Not normal 7 days. If you do the 7 days of meditation, that is equal to this 30 minutes of manthan kriya. 7 days of normal meditation or classic kundalini, whatever you do, is equivalent to 30 minutes of this manthan kriya that happens in you automatically or involuntarily, and you are not the doer. It is Him, the superhero, the supreme consciousness, or God, or the Guru, who enters into you. He, along with his cosmic management team, he does this kriya in you. And then he advances you. For what? For Deva Karya Samudyata. Deva Karya Samudyata means for the purpose of the cosmos. What is the purpose of the cosmos? It is the purpose of your soul, for what it has come down. That is the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? For that, this will happen. And then you will transform, your mind will evolve, your physical comforts will evolve, you will meet the purpose of life, you will excel in your careers, you will do something great, you will invent some great phenomenal things in the world which will help the world, by which you benefit in a big way, in a materialistic way. Not only you, your family also benefits in a very big way. So that's the whole story. The transformation is happening for the purpose of your life. What is the purpose of life? Again, not you becoming scientist and all. Basically, you have the thirst. Because of killing that thirst, you must have dreamt in the past life that you wanted to become a scientist, or so many. So those things will awaken, and your purpose of life will be met. And when it is met, your soul thirst will be killed. For Einstein, at the point of his death, he would have a lot of soul satisfaction. I have done what I had to do. I came down to the earth. I came down to the earth for this, and I did this. And the soul gets more towards getting out of the womb of nature, which is called liberation. So that's what happens here in the path of Aumism. Path of Aumism, the Guru sits in here, and then he communicates with you. So many things you will experience, and the whole cosmic management team will cooperate with you, and then you will evolve. And I am not interested to involve in this. I am not interested to bind you or make you to fall on my feet or make you go around me. I am not interested in all these things. I have a purpose of my own life. For that, my soul is happy. That's the divine project, and my body is being used in this process. Okay. So this is not my personal agenda. If you ask me, personal agenda is to just close my eyes and I am happy within myself. But this is happening, the divine project that had to happen for the transformation of the nature and all, for the balancing of nature and all. This is happening, and I am doing my duty. So whoever is interested to participate, to take up the classes or to take up the lessons at Aumism, they can take up the online lessons. They don't have to come to me physically. They can just sit at home, practice the path, have the Guru inside, communicate with the Guru. You transform yourself. If you have any questions, you can text me. I will help you in a physical way. But most of the help you will get from within. And then you transform yourself.